Okay guys, here we are in round 1 of the Power 9 challenge, and our round 1 opponent is Desolutionist. And it's going to be a tough match right here off the get-go. Desolutionist has been putting up some good numbers on daily events over the last month or two, and to my knowledge he is playing a let's take a look here. Okay, so regardless, he typically plays a 5-color thingy-majiggy with lots of little cantrips in it, and I think Workshops is a reasonable matchup against him. We're going to keep this hand. However, he does have a lot of fast mana and can certainly get out ahead of you pretty quick, so we'll see what happens. You know, we've got a sphere here. We've got caverns to be able to cast our Forge Master. We do need to draw something here next turn, but I feel like this is pretty reasonable. We just have to hope that he doesn't have a really big fast mana start on us. Had we been on the play here, this would have been a lot better hand than what we have, but that's scary. Very scary start. Well, yeah, he's just having a really broken turn 1 here. I suspect we're going to see a Wheel of Fortune Time Twister type hand here. This could be a Tinker. And Tinker would be the worst case scenario for us here. If he's got a Blightsteel Claw, there's just not much we can do about it. Just giving pause for good effect here. We'll let him draw. Mostly because we have no choice. He's still got 5 mana available. Has not played a land. So big decisions for him, obviously, here as to what he wants to do. Grafdigger's Cage is a good one against us, actually. And hopefully that's the extent of his turn. I would consider that a large success if that was his turn there. Trinisphere. Very nice play against us there, Trinisphere. Okay. I mean, he's underneath his own Trinisphere here as well, so this is, I would say, good news for us. Because next turn we're going to be able to get out a Forge Master. If we so choose to do. Actually, we can't. Yeah, we can. 2, 3. So he's buried underneath his own Trinisphere. He cannot counter me. I think we get the Mana Crypt in here. There's no doubt Mana Crypt is a dangerous card. No, we can't do that. So we're just going to go Construct. And we're going to get the big guy in here. And hopefully he bricks here on mana. And we can hopefully shut him down here in quick order. Okay, and that's exactly what has happened, which is good news for us. Okay, so I think we're going to we get a Mox Pearl into play, then we'll have 3 mana available again. No, I think we get the Mana Crypt. I guess it's 2, so we're still short. How do I want to do this? I mean, Lodestone Golem is quite strong, but I don't want to have to sacrifice it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We'll get a Lodestone Golem in here. Maybe I want a Sphere Resistance. Sphere Resistance is pretty strong, but I think we just want to go for the beatdown here. And next turn we could do a Steel Hellkite, and we would have just wiped out his Mox. So Transfer actually really better opponent there, pretty good. Let's see if I don't know if he's playing this Arayo deck or not. It's certainly possible. I mean, we're seeing a lot of the same pieces here. I'm not sure. Take a look here. This is Arayo again. Just the one. Okay, so what are we looking to do here? I really don't know what my opponent has. I don't know how good Crucible of Worlds really is against him. What he's looking for is strictly he's looking for Tolarian Academy. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave it stock here, guys. I mean, we could take out a Chalice, but yeah, we'll take it in as it is. So I think we were a little fortuitous there to get that game. Our opponent had a very strong start, and it was unfortunate for him that he didn't have any land there, and he got locked underneath his own Trinisphere. Yeah, definitely a good hand. Certainly not perfect, but it's strong. Workshop, Wasteland, Black Lotus. So we've got 6 mana available to us as we stand turn 1, which could be a Triskelion, could be a Tangle Wire. We could also Tangle Wire and Wasteland, which I would do if he had our opponent is mulliganing. We're going to keep. You know, if he drops down a Tolarian Academy, I would be very apt to Wasteland right away. Our opponent keeps this one. No third. Okay, that's a good start for us then. Let's play a Black Lotus here. Do we want to Tangle Wire? I think we just wasteland here. Take him off that mana confluence. It's a difficult decision because if he has an Academy, it really nullifies what I'm trying to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a Sphere. How do I want to do this here? Trinisphere. There's no point in wastelanding if I Trinisphere. I think I'm just going to Tangle Wire here. Probably was better not to play the Black Lotus if I was doing that, because now it gets tapped down, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so we got burned a little bit, but not a huge deal. Let's see what happens. I mean, having the Sphere down here is still very strong. Double Wasteland. Okay, well, I am going to Tangle Wire here, and I will show him the Wasteland. So he can pop this Tangle Wire here, but with the Grudge. But I'm fine with that. Oh, nice. Okay. And he can get me again with the Grudge. But he's down to one card in hand, and I mean, I feel pretty good about that. The only thing that would really make me unsettled here is if he dropped a Jace or a Dak on the table, but Time Twister, okay. A little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Probably going to be in for a bit of a ride here. Now, hopefully he doesn't have a lot of artifacts here. Okay, so he definitely does. So in hindsight, I think it was correct to wasteland him right away to take away his mana. We have the option of, ooh, that's a beating. Okay. I mean, look, that could have been a lot worse for sure. Well, first thing first, let's... Still got a lot of mana. Hopefully he doesn't have a misstep. I'd be surprised if he did. I think we just revoke and sphere. We'll take his Mox Opal. Now we've got a clock on the table. 2, 4, 5, 6. So we can Forge Master here. Next turn, potentially. He may be destroying our one of our artifacts here. Hopefully that's not a Planeswalker. Jace, geez. Okay, he's scary. Yep. I think I'm fine with that. We try and get him back in here, right? I mean, he probably has a Force of Will here, is my guess, but seems very silly to balance it otherwise. But I don't really get that play. Well, let's see what he's got. What's going on here? So we now have 4 mana. If I use my Wastelands here, if I double Wasteland them. I don't know if that's correct to just do that, because I guess it would be 1, 2, 3. He'd have 4 mana, so he's casting his stuff with pretty much Wild Abandon here. I wonder if he's got a Dak Feed. We need our mana right now. I'm just going to let him keep his land. He's only got 3 cards in hand. Let's see what happens. Having the 3 Forge Masters is unfortunate. We certainly don't need that much, but Tinker, okay. It's pretty good. Could be a Vault Key? What happened? Oh, okay, Sphinx, I didn't see it there. Alright, so he's got 1 card in hand. Now, yes, he's got us on a clock here. But I think we're just going to... We've got to just get the Forge Master into play here. So we made the right decision there, not wastelanding him, because we would just stone cold being dead if that was the case. Let's hope our Forge Master sticks around. Because the Sphinx is definitely going to eat into us really quickly here. Got 3 turns with that guy. One card in hand, hopefully not removal. Well, that's scary. Tezzeret. Okay. So that puts a lot of pressure on us, because we're going to have to revoke Tezzeret here. Let's see if Tezzeret's got a way of killing us right now. Time Bolt. So he puts us on the clock here to do something. I would have loved to have drawn a Workshop there. 2, 4, 6. We've got 6 mana. So we sacrifice our sphere, which is doing absolutely nothing right now. I guess I play a Tangle Wire for sacrifice the wire, Forge Master, and the sphere. Is that right? Yeah. 2, 4. That is me 2 to cast the Revoker on Tezzeret. And then we're going to duplicate. No, I'm going to put it on Time Vault. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's cast Tangle Wire. Yep. One, 2, 3. We're going to get a duplicate. 16 minutes here, lots of time. Where's my dupe? Okay. We got him. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attack Tezzeret. And then we'll put Time Vault. Okay. So we can kill him next turn if he takes the damage, and we can cast the Triskelion. I mean, that's a big if, but okay, good for him. He ripped an Ancient Grudge off the top. Bounce my duplicate. I mean, he's probably digging for a Voltaic key here. What an epic draw that would be. You see, he's balanced by the fact that he either is going to draw and try and get the Vault key combo going, which he can't. He'd have to kill my Time Vault, my Revoker on Time Vault, and he would have to draw the key. So it's he would lose his Jace if he did that. He's probably going to lose his Jace either which way if he doesn't get that combo. Yep, okay. So now he's under no threat. That was a great play. And then you can Ancient Grudge the Time Vault. Revoker. At his will. Okay, first things first, let's attack Jace. So that was looking pretty good for us there, but he drew the one card that was really bad for us. Okay, so we are going to resolve a Triskelion here. I'd love to get the Forge Master into play, but we just can't afford to do that right now. Okay, Jace is off the table, so we're just got to hope that he doesn't draw into anything. Land is what we want him to have now. I would say that we're in a pretty vulnerable position right now. because we've got nothing to stop him. Okay, Lotus Petal I'm happy with. That's about one of the best things we could see played. All right, well, if we can get away with this turn here, I feel like we're in decent shape. Lotus, great, awesome. Now we can hit him for 6, 7, 8. I don't have anything hasted in my deck. I think we just need to hold up Revoker. Killing his lands just does next to nothing. But this game is essentially over, so I am going to take a couple of his lands here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it just does nothing. Where it would do something is if he does like a Time Twister. Like a Time Twister effect. But I still am not scared of that. Okay, we're going to do it. There's no reason not to at this stage in the game. Let's see, just a land. Land Mox. Turn us here. Okay, so that's really unfortunate for us here. He got us pretty good there. We're going to go and get a Staff and Nin. Yeah, there's just nothing else I can get here. He's going to have to sack some lands, it looks like. All right, let's hope we get a good draw here, guys. Okay. I mean, he's still got just tons of land here. But it puts him on a clock. That next turn, he's just dead if he doesn't... I guess if he finds the key, he wins, but not much we can do there.